Why was Jesus baptized? Let's discuss. Years ago, I was blessed to be able to go on a trip to the Holy Land. I went to Israel, spent some time in Israel. We also went to the Kingdom of Jordan. So we got to visit one of the most important sites in the entire history of the Jewish people and of Christianity as well, which is the Jordan River. The Jordan River is the place where the Israelites crossed into to enter into the Promised Land. And that's a spot where Jesus was baptized by his cousin, John the Baptist. So I was really excited about going there. I thought, man, this is going to be an incredible place. I'd seen movies, that depicted this scene in the life of Jesus. I'd seen artwork. I'd read about it in the Bible. And when I got there, the first thing I thought of when I arrived at the Jordan River is that it stinks. The Jordan River smells horrible. And the reason for that is the Jordan River empties right into the Dead Sea, which is the lowest elevation on planet Earth. So it's the Jordan Basin, right, the Jordan River, right into the Dead Sea. And so that means that all the sediment and runoff of planet Earth basically flows into the Jordan River and empties into the Dead Sea, and nothing leaves the Dead Sea. So it's very interesting to me that that is the place that Jesus wanted to be baptized. It obviously had great symbolic value for the Jewish people in that they had crossed into the Promised Land there, but also that's where John was baptized, and people were going to John to renounce their sins and turn back to God, to open up their hearts, really to prepare for the coming of the Messiah. And Jesus goes there, and we can ask, why was Jesus baptized? It was not because he had any sins that he needed to turn away from. It's not, as sometimes people say, that Jesus went there and then all of a sudden realized who he was. He didn't know who he was, and then he has this epiphany that he's God's son or that he has a mission from God. Jesus always knew that. He always was God and always will be God. But at that moment, Jesus unites himself with us. He's immersed into those waters, and it's like he's being immersed into all the muck, all the filth of this world, because that's ultimately what Jesus came to do. Jesus came to unite himself to us. We see that in a particular way at the end of his life on the cross. So the baptism of Jesus becomes this prefiguring of what will happen on the cross, when Jesus takes all sin and darkness upon himself because he loves us, and from that he dies and then is raised up to new life. So when Jesus comes up out of the waters of the Jordan River, the voice of the Father is heard saying, "You are my beloved Son, with you I am well pleased," as the Holy Spirit descends upon him. The great gift that we have for those that have been baptized, or for those that are thinking about being baptized, is that we're united to Jesus. Paul says that we're baptized into his death and that we're raised up to new life with him as well. So that we're united to Jesus as he unites himself to us, now even in those places of darkness, so that he can give us new and everlasting life.